allow me to share one thing with you this morning. I had an epiphany of gratitude in the shower. I realized as I turned the hot water down to cool me off, there was a time in my life I did not have hot water. And I was so grateful that I had hot water. And that just set me off into a whirlwind of gratitude this morning. And so I'd ask you to let my words be your words as we go into this service, opening up with gratitude by saying thank you. And I'm thankful that there's just one power, one presence, one absolutely original source that governs our lives, that moves us in directions that we never thought existed, that opens doors for us that we never thought would get open, that allows us to look back and say, I'm not where I should be, but I'm so happy that I'm not where I used to be. And in this source, as I mentioned earlier, that puzzle, we are one in this source. We're absolutely oneness in this source. And as we understand the oneness, we realize our own petty prejudices and our own petty dislikes has no meaning or no matter to how we do in life. Because we're here in this life to do one thing, and that's to love. And under loving, we can forgive, we can expel compassion, we can elevate hope, we can live our lives in peace, regardless of any existential or external thing going around us. And I'm thankful for that. I'm very thankful for that because it gives me peace of mind. So as we go into the service today, I bless our speaker, I bless the musicians, I bless you, knowing that you came here for a reason, and that reason is going to be revealed to you whether you like it or not. I'm thankful for this, and I bless this service, and so it is.
Thank you, Willard. How beautiful that was. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. How you doing? Good. Happy New Year. That's an inside joke. It's not funny.
No, actually, it's a classic.
It is a classic.
That will live with us forever.
Happy Sunday. I could do that, but I'm actually truly so happy to be here with you. Do you guys feel like standing up and getting some oxygen in our pods? This is called Something Wonderful. Oh, yeah. Something wonderful is always happening. Here we go. Something wonderful is happening to me right now. Something wonderful is happening.
comfortable for you, please say with us, God bless America and the rest of the world. And turn to a neighbor and say good morning and welcome. That beautiful voice is, we call Powerhouse Patty, Dave the other half, and our wonderful John Jones. Woo! Thank you. Awesome. Anyone, we don't have a gift for you, but is anyone here for the first time? Oh, yeah, Reverend Sara. Yay! Hi. Oh, yes. What was your name again, hon? Yvonne, what's her name? Kim. Welcome, Kim. Are you okay? Oh, give her a hug for me, Monica, please. Thank you. Thank you for being here.
You're in good hands.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. All right. That's it?
There's people here.
There's people here. Come on.
Sue's daughter.
Oh, Sue.
My name's
Sue's daughter.
my daughter.
My beautiful daughter. Sue was a member here. She left and went to Utah. It's all good because we can still see her, and we still have classes with her and stuff. She has She's a practitioner. She has wonderful books here. We'll talk about later. Anyone else here for the first time? Well, Unity people, I know you've been in this room, I'm sure. But thank you so much for being here. This is going to be a great day. Reverend Stacy, you had something to share or say yet? No? Not quite yet? Okay. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. And this is the place to be. Thank you.
I think that deserves a round of applause.
It is the place to be, it truly is. Thank you, Revs. It's a great day here at LVCSL.
Yes.
I'm hot in the monitor.
I like it.
It's a fun song by Tracy Chapman. Chain reaction, what cause and effect makes you turn around, makes you try to explain, makes you forgive. Thank you so much.
What a great song.
Can't
And
go wrong with these guys.
Patty, you are such an amazing vocalist. And thank you for putting up with my strong voice.
I love it.
Yeah. So today is a special day. I don't think we've ever done this like this, right? I wonder who thought of this. Reverend Cheryl? Well, I didn't think to have this beautiful guest minister today, but it just kind of came up that way. And so I'm very grateful that we have this thing called the Minister's Listserv, and it's a minister's blog. And there's some people that ministers that they just kind of, they're kind of out there. And it's a place where we get to share what we're thinking, which is good. And then there's some people that just bring a voice of reason and sanity to things. This would be who we have today. Which is, she's just perfect. And I don't get to tell her that on the list, or I don't know why I don't, but now I'm telling you. And it's recorded now. So thank you for doing that, because we get a little bit, we get out there sometimes, right? As we're humans, right? I think, yeah. So until I'm not human, I still need that, and I know that some of my colleagues and our colleagues need it as well. So thank you, Reverend Sara. Let me tell you a little bit about Reverend Sara, who has a new book, which was the impetus for a lot that's going on today. So, Reverend Sara Nichols is the author of How to Know What You Know, Recognizing the Real You, and the host of the webcast, The Conscious Reality Show, on YouTube. Her experience as a public interest lawyer in Washington, D.C., and around the California legislature, and as a minister at the Centers for Spiritual Living, informs her work as a co-creator of an entirely new reality. She has experienced and facilitated healing from knee, shoulder, and wrist pain, compulsive eating, codependence, vagueness with money, fear of intimacy, and workaholism. Progress in all those areas requires connecting with her inner knowing. Amen. Sara lives with her husband, environmental leader Bill McGavern, in an intentional community in downtown Sacramento. They have 2 adult children. Please welcome Reverend Sara Nichols.
Gosh, what a statement. And you know, Reverend Stacy is, and Reverend Cheryl are both those people too. They change. They are the voice of reason, and they're out there showing us the way. So thank you. And I'm sure that's true of the Unity ministries here that I don't know yet, but just so I know. I'm going to open with a quote, a deep spiritual quote. Today you are you. That is truer than true. There is no one alive who is youer than you. Dr. Seuss. And that is the subject of this talk, recognizing the real you, and why you would want to do it, and how, a little bit about how you can do it, and what is the real you, what does that even mean, and why is this important, and how does it apply to the world that works for everyone, that is a vision that we hold. So that's what I'm hoping to get into today, and we'll just see where we get. So why do we want to recognize the real us? What's the point of that? Like, many of you might be sitting here thinking, I know who I am. I don't need to hear this stupid talk. And by the way, if you think I'm joking, I probably am, so feel free to laugh. Many times when I've been a teacher, especially when I taught law school, I had to tell the students right out of the gate that I have a deadpan humor. So, in other words, they were like, is she joking? Is she joking? So, well, yes, we all know ourselves to some degree, and the longer we've been on the planet, the more we probably think we know ourselves. What we're talking about here is we are spiritual beings having a spiritual experience in a human body on a human plane, right? God is all there is. There's no place where God is not. There's no place outside of spirit. And so spirit is living out its perfect life as everyone in this room and within the sound of my voice. Well, everyone. And so we have our bodies, we have our personalities, and then we have spirit as us. And so when I'm talking about recognizing the real you, I'm talking about all of it together, but in particular, the part of us that is connected to all and can help guide the ego, the personality, and the body to a life beyond wildest dreams. Does that sound good? Raise your pinky if it is. You don't have to commit with a big hand in the air, but pinky is nice, right? I just spent, well, the impetus for this, how I'm even here today, is that I had too much amazing life to create a book tour. Like they were incompatible. And here I had a book, and nowadays, the publishers don't really arrange the book tour. So they rely upon people who will do it. And I noticed that all of a sudden, through prayer and through connection with my real self, the real me, I noticed that I had all these amazing, fun, abundant things planned for the year and no book tour. And I was complaining about it to someone else, and they said, you know, you have that whole book you wrote, How to Know What You Know. Why don't you go within and check this out? And this happens over and over again. The whole time I was writing the book, every time I was at a crossroads, I would be talking to friends, and they would have to say, this is the whole subject of your book. Don't you have, like, tools for this? That, by the way, I'll pause to say, is why we have spiritual community, right? Because we don't remember. Because no matter how many letters we have after our name, or how much work we do around this stuff, and how much we hang around it, we forget to use the tools we have when we need them. Raise your pinky if you've ever forgotten to do that. So I didn't think I was going to tell this story, but Spirit apparently does. So then when I prayed on it, what I got was, speak everywhere you already are going, which is also sort of a spiritual truth too, right, in and of itself. And so I was like, getting off the Grand Canyon, 6 days of rafting the Grand Canyon on a Saturday. Reverend Stacy and Reverend Cheryl are right there. Maybe they'd want me to speak. So I contacted them, and they said, heck yeah, come on down. And then they arranged this whole thing where there's a book fair, and there's a workshop, and all this stuff. So amazing. And that has happened to me for every place else that I'm going this summer. You know, I'm speaking in Buffalo, I'm speaking in Ontario, Canada, I'm speaking in New York City, I'm speaking in Bellingham, Washington, all these places, because that's where I was going anyway, and I just gave them only one date, one opportunity, and they're like, yes. So that is an example of the kind of thing that can happen if you use these tools and go within at crossroads at various questions. So I got off 6 nights rafting from Lee's Ferry to 188 miles later yesterday morning. And I had no, cell service connection out there, right? Which, if you ever, in this era want to get a reminder of why you need the other connection, that is it, right? Because as often as there is cell service, there's also times where there isn't, or your phone runs out of battery. Or if you're like my brother-in-law, who was on this trip, who doesn't even have a phone, and kept asking me, what kind of things can you do on that? Really, you can do more than talk? Yes. Because he knew I wasn't connected, and he couldn't figure out what I was doing on there. What I saw and felt and learned, the spiritual truth that I got from the Grand Canyon that relates to what we're doing today, is that those walls of the canyon, the sedimentary layers, have been almost exactly, this is what geologists tell me, right? I don't know anything about geology, let's just be very clear about that. Or many things, or most things. So those walls of the canyon have been roughly the exact same for millennia. Millennia, those walls, the same. They were created over the course of millennia, and they remain how they are. And in, I think it was 1869, when John Wesley Powell, who was the first recorded person, European settler colonist of here, who went down the whole Grand Canyon. And by the way, at that point in time, even though it was 1869, which was pretty far into the history of, our engagement with this continent, and this thing that we call the United States of America, it was like going to the moon. That's how little was known in American society about what this was. Just a vast tract of land that no one knew anything about, right? And when he came down, how he saw it in 1869, saw those canyon walls, is pretty much the same that we see now. But the river that goes through it is an entirely different thing. That river was a huge, untamed, flowing river in 1869. And now it's a river where there's Glen Canyon Dam upstream and Hoover Dam downstream, and a lot of regulation at it. And then also something that we might call climate change, which has affected the amount that falls into that river. So we are the personality, the online body part of us is more analogous to the river. We're constantly changing over the course of our short human life. We're constantly having different ideas, different thoughts, where's places we want to go, senses of lack, senses of abundance, senses of overwhelm, senses of perfection, right? That's all happening in that river. But the whole time, there is a millennia of wisdom available to us. And do we look up? Do we look up and connect with it? And it's available to us right here, right online, through us, right? Doesn't necessarily, it's good, it's perfectly fine. I get on my knees and pray. It's perfectly fine for me to lift my eyes to the canyon from which cometh my help. But it's also the case that it's always, always, always there, always available. And it's available in a unique way, and this is where my whole metaphor probably falls apart, so just let it go. But it's available in a unique way as us, as each one of us, right? That part of spirit that has come to live its perfect life as us is living it in this body, in this time, and with this personality, and it transcends a lot of the things we talk about a lot today, right? The trauma, that we have experienced. We like to talk about trauma a lot right now, and I don't want to be disrespectful to that, but it's these millennia of wisdom available online through us is available everywhere. And I believe it's one of the reasons why artificial intelligence has taken hold so quickly in the culture, is that we are hardwired to connect to authentic intelligence. There's a part of us that is set up for that, and we may or may not have been using it prior to this time of artificial intelligence, but what we suddenly notice with artificial AI, that what everybody calls AI, is, oh yeah, I can look up anything, I can find out anything. It will do for me what I cannot do for myself. But that already was there. And it was millennia. And it wasn't anywhere near as wrong as Claude and ChatGPT and everybody else so far is. And it doesn't lie to us. Now, however, the authentic intelligence that is available in, as, and through everyone here is sometimes a little bit more like a magic 8-ball than it is, you know, spitting out data, right? It might say, we'll see, could be, wait and see, right? So we're not always getting, you know, our study guide written by it instantly. But it will write through us, and it will create through us, and it does every day, even if we don't know it. I use the tools that I teach in my book. I try to use them for everything, every decision that I make. And in the beginning, years ago, I tried to use them more. I still will, but I tried to use them more for mundane decisions than sublime and impactful and amazing decisions. So instead of, so that's for practice, So I'd like to invite that to you. Is like, if you wait until you're having to decide, God forbid, whether or not to get chemo or not, you might not trust what you get. But if you're using it to decide where to go to lunch, or whether or not to take your sister-in-law up on that offer of a trip or that invitation, or any of these things where, I mean, anybody have, like, there's so many decisions we make in a given day, right? There's a lot we don't. A lot is just like, well, we did it this way yesterday, so we're gonna do it this way again. But that's also the invitation, is if we take it to our authentic self, our real us, something we wouldn't have, then maybe we'll do something different, and maybe we'll meet someone different, and maybe we'll attract something different, and maybe we'll have a slightly different or more abundant or more beautiful or more connected or more alive experience than we did yesterday, right? Because unity and science of mind are new thought, and doing it the way we did without checking in is old thought. It's yesterday's thoughts. I'm sure someone has said that to you before. But it bears repeating. Now, in the state of Nevada, like in many states, you have, some of them have already have them, you have a primary election coming up on June 9th. And if it hasn't already been presented here, I will invite and provide Reverend Stacy and Reverend Cheryl with the Centers for Spiritual Living Guide to Voting that I helped write. It is not there to tell you whom to vote for. It is there to tell you how to vote. And part of that is going within, knowing what your values are, and knowing and checking in with it as you make these decisions. There are lots of, I am privy to a lot of information about individual candidates in California that the average person would not be, because I worked as, for one thing, I'm an elected delegate in the Democratic Party, but I know a lot of people, I meet a lot of people, I learn a lot of things, but there are still candidates on the ballot, or officers that I'm voting for, or offices that I'm voting for, where I'm just looking there going, I don't know who any of these people are. How the heck am I going to make this decision? Well, going within and using these tools could be one of those ways. So in order to figure out, I'm in recovery from various addictions, as Reverend Stacy read in my bio, and I'm in 12-step recovery. And I'm not an alcoholic, and I'm addicted to many other processes like compulsive eating and workaholism. But in the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous, it says, I'm going to paraphrase, but as we're getting more and more in touch with our intuitive thought, we may pay for this presumption with all sorts of crazy and unfettered ideas. That is a hazard, right? That's why, again, we're in spiritual community. We check things out with people. If we're ever asked to do something that doesn't feel like it's loving or of service, then it cannot be the wisdom. It would never be the wisdom. We know that. And if only some of the horrible things that have happened with gun violence in our country, if only those people have had a way to check in with themselves and the wisdom of the ages, they would know that it was not in alignment for them. But we have that, and recovery occurs in a context of incredible human support for having a spiritual awakening, and we have that within these centers as well, the possibility of incredible human support. The more involved you get in your center, the more you give to it, the more you come to classes and read and connect and bring others, the more you will know who you are. It is cause and effect, a tangled hierarchy, like an Escher print where the hands are drawing each other. So let's dial into one of the tools, and we'll get maybe a little bit more into that. So one of the tools that in the book, which you will have an opportunity to buy and learn more about the tools if you come to the workshop that I'm holding after this, which I think is at noon? Yeah, ish, after the book fair and food. Anyone who gets a copy of the book, that pays for the workshop. Otherwise, you pay $20 for the workshop. And in the book, there are two principal tools that I teach that you use over and over again throughout the book. Obviously, we're not going to go through all this in a short workshop. The workshop's just a little over an hour. But you can use these tools for health, for relationships, for career choices, for voting, for how you deal with the current political environment or state of the country. All of these tools work for all those things, but the book walks you through different ways that they apply, and it invites you to actually see what you know and who you are in those areas. Where you're strong, it gives you kind of a quiz in each area of life, where you're really strong in your knowing and where you're not actually using your knowing. And I don't know what you know, so I'm not telling you, oh, this is the way to know. You're looking into your own knowing for it. So my favorite tool is light versus heavy. Light is a yes, and heavy, and no, I should say the other way around. Yes is light, and no is heavy. So when I present myself with a choice, if it feels light And expansive, like, is a yes. And if it feels tight and constricted, it's a no. And it's kind of an energy feeling. It's not an imagining. It's more of a feeling of energy or even physical, as opposed to imagining. Because I know some people can say they can't imagine, and that they don't have that part of their brain. So this is more of an energy. And you might think you don't connect with energy, but you might. Part of the difficulty of identifying the yes is it actually feels a lot more empty than the no. It's very spacious. It's very, have you ever had like goosebumps all over your body about something, or just have a sense of like awe from music? And you know how that has that incredible thing. But there is something about it that is not in matter as much as it is in energy and space. And I had a really hard time with yes and no this way. Let's just try one. You can ask yourself, am I going to stay for the book fair and workshop? This is the way we ask it. This is gonna seem pretty weird. What will my life feel like in 5 years if I stay? What will my life feel like in 5 years if I don't? It's feel, because this takes the thinking out of it. This is not a thinking thing. We have no idea, right? We don't know, but the walls of time know. The infinite wisdom organized as us knows, because it's beyond time and beyond space, so it knows how we're going to feel. And feeling is much more important than knowing exactly what it's going to be like. That's what our little other part of us wants to know. You know, am I going to meet the man of my dreams because I stayed for this? Am I going to manifest $100,000 a month immediately? So we're going with feeling. So what will my life feel like in 5 years if I stay for the workshop and the book fair and the food? And see how it feels. Does it feel light and expansive, or does it feel constricted and tight and heavy, or does it feel something else? Now, some of you may be like, I don't know, I mean, it's kind of in between, I don't know what it was. Raise your pinky if you're one of those people. Raise your pinky if any of you actually got something that was pretty definitive for you. Seeing the actual pinkies. Sometimes the pinkies stay below the level. You can do it either way. You do you, right? So, do I have to do it, Reverend Sarah, if I get a yes? Well, of course not. You're always a choice. I do. Sometimes I substitute my thinking of, I planned my whole day around leaving immediately. This, and just because I just got all this space and energy around it doesn't mean I'm not going to leave immediately and go get a nap or watch a television show or work out or whatever, right? And that's true. You can blow it off. I sometimes blow off the wisdom of the ages too. But it's interesting to experiment with it, especially when the stakes aren't so high. What will it be like if I actually do the thing that's light and spacious, even though I wasn't planning on it? And oh my God, I am such a planner. I mean, in the Grand Canyon, on my smartphone with no connection, I must have looked at my upcoming calendar 5 times. I mean, no one else was doing that. And I was, because you can actually reschedule things and they'll show up once you connect. Isn't that just wonderful? Instead of looking at the river. Whatever, that's how I am. So, for a long time, I didn't know what tight, the no, I didn't recognize the no. The heavy and tight felt like a yes to me because I was a good girl who did what I should do. And shoulds feel eh. Should feels like this. And I was always like, oh yeah, that must be it. That must be what I'm supposed to do. I should really go clean up something, or should really, But Spirit is not that interested in shoulds. Spirit, as me, is interested in what else is possible and how does it get better than this. By the way, this tool, and in addition, the questions I just said were stolen from, everything in my book is stolen, but with attribution, so not really stolen. I always say where I got it from. But what isn't stolen is my experience of all these things and how I've used them. That's me. So it's all from Access Consciousness, which, anybody ever heard of Access Consciousness? It's a teaching that teaches ways to access consciousness really fast and to use those quickly to change. And I use them and I integrate them into New Thought a lot in how I pray and other things. And they wouldn't call this a prayer, but I call the question, what else is possible? Which I also wasn't going to talk about, but I made the mistake of saying it to Reverend Stacy this morning. And then Spirit was like, yeah. What else is possible is my favorite prayer because it's a question to the universe. And the only thing that's there for me to do is to get curious. See, my personality, Sara personality, not the real Sara, but the sort of driven, like shouldy Sara, thinks that I think that it's on me to figure out what else is possible. I need to make a spreadsheet. I need to do research. I need to fill out the columns on the spreadsheet and see what are the different options and what would happen and what does Google ratings say about it, and really dive into the reviews and everything before I make a decision. But what else is possible is really a question. The only job I have after saying it, what else? I say it in traffic. I say it when something feels stuck, when I feel lack, when I feel like I'm really stuck in some way. I say, what else is possible? What else is possible? And then I get curious and I start to pay attention. What else is possible? Now I'm looking, now instead of looking for evidence of all the stuck and the lack and the thing, I'm looking for, wow, maybe there is something. How does it get better than this? How does it literally get better than this? The other tool, you're gonna have to come to the workshop to learn. But there's lots of tools in there. There's a tool for each chapter has a different tool. And there's a study guide if anybody wants to make a book group. I've been shown recently, and this is a longer talk, so I'm just going to say it, that I've been shown that the era of the individual is over. And it is over with regard to spirituality as well. And a lot of the history of New Thought has been focusing on how do I get healthy, how do I get wealthy, how do I get what I want. And I think one of the reasons that the news is so awful right now, and we have to work so much harder to tune it out, right? Is anyone else in here in the la 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 la, I don't listen to the news camp? A lot of New Thoughters are la 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 la, it's disturbing my peace of mind, but I have news for you. A different kind of news, but it's trying to wake us up. It's trying to wake us up. It's like if we keep tuning it out, it's like it keeps tuning it up. The crazy just gets crazier and crazier and crazier because it wants us to go, oh shit, we gotta do something. We gotta do something different. We gotta do something different. We gotta be something different. And I spent so much time as a public interest lobbyist in Washington trying to create universal health care for this country, Medicare for all. And as you may have noticed, I've failed miserably. We do not have it. We do not have it. But I have used spiritual tools to heal my body. I was 100 pounds heavier for a long time and 60 and 70 pounds heavier for even longer. I have used these tools to heal my knees. I couldn't walk for more than a block for 2 miles. And I've used spiritual tools to be able to backpack again at age 65. I have used these tools to go from being on the brink of divorce to being so happily married to the same person and for decades now, to everything. And what I've been shown is that we have to use these tools consciously to create a world that works for everyone. And that is where, if we want to be wealthy, we need to know wealth for everyone. If we want to be healthy, we need to know health for everyone. If we want to be in love, we need to know that we're all in love and we're all connected, and we need to show that and be that to the world. And that is the era that this horrible news is trying to wake us up to, that the individual is not working anymore. That the rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer, people are crumbling, the world's at war, all this kind of stuff. Is that I'm being played off by my own phone? What the heck is that? But anyway, good note. Thank you, Siri, for whatever you wanted to tell me. So I was starting to rant, but you guys get the point. I'm going to teach you another tool in the workshop called havingness, and we will apply it to a world that works for everyone, and we will see what that means about us and why we don't have one yet, and what is ours to do in that, so that we don't have to tune out the news anymore, so that we're thrilled to listen to the news because it's so amazing. Wouldn't that be so great? That is the promise of this teaching. That is the promise of connecting and recognizing the real you. Let us take this moment into prayer. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Spirit, for living out your perfect life as each and every person here, and each and every person within the sound of my voice. I know that as spiritual beings having a human experience and a human plane, that you are here with me, through me, and as me, with them, through them, and as them, with us, through us, and as us. Every them, every they that I am theying, you are with. You are living out your perfect life as all of us. And every single person here, I speak my word for these centers, this building, these United States of America, this world, including especially Israel, Palestine, Iran, Lebanon, and everyone who they affect. I speak my word for what else is possible here, and how does it get better than this? What energy, space, and consciousness can we and our bodies be to receive and be and know and perceive and be thrilled with the news of the day? And anything that doesn't allow it, can we destroy and uncreate it all right now? Say yes. Yes, yes, yes. Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all 100. Shorts, boys, poets, creation spaces, and beyonds. That hocus pocus is from Access Consciousness, and it means we're taking all the layers of the onion now. We're destroying and uncreated the consciousness of humans that has got us to this point, from the dawn of that consciousness till the end of reality. And we are tuning in instead to the wisdom of the walls of the Grand Canyon. And we are hearing what they have to tell us, and every other ancient wisdom that we have online as us in real time. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. I know that it is good. I know that it is done. And I know that my word spoken with passion and authority never comes back to me void, that as it is done in mind, it is done in reality. And so I let go and I let God. And so it is.
Wow, she is funny. You are funny.
She's fun.
And fun.
She sounds like, I mean, she looks like she'd be a really, like, fun time out, going to a restaurant maybe. I mean, remember when I did this last week? Was it last week or the week before? Remember when I went like this as I was singing?
John, you should have been here. It was great.
Oh, I was here.
Oh, were you here? Remember that? No, you were not. I didn't know you were. You should have been. Well, this is a great song, and I think it goes right along with the talk about making a change again.
Take a look at yourself and make a change.
The woman in the mirror, all right. I'd like to ask our ushers to please come forward. Oh, they're already here, yay. This is our opportunity to support each other. If you don't mind, please say the affirmation along with me that's on the screen with your gift in your hand. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and belief. It does good work in the world and returns to me multiplied abundantly. And what I know about each and every gift, it is coming from the heart and the love of one another. And for that, I'm forever grateful. And so it is.
So it is.
With Reverend Sara Nichols. And the book is just $20, What You Know, or just what you know, or just purchase the book. How to Know What You Know, duh. and that covers the workshop, okay? So let's do that. And then we've got the books, the swap thing going on, all of that today. And the lunch is being provided, and it just is a love offering for that. In 2 weeks, we have our wonderful meditation, our Heart of Peace meditation with practitioner Aldo. It's back to that Wednesday from 6 to 7 with our singing bowls with Karen Jones, and just it's such a wonderful time to meet here in person if we can do that at 6 p.m. And then of course it's online too, but in person is the best. And then of course our Love Supply and Pantry is ongoing for those that are food insecure, so please keep it, with that in mind when you're shopping, and just pick up a few items that are non-perishable. And we have 2 classes coming up, both taught by Reverend Stacy. So she's going to come up and talk to us about both of those classes. One of them starts this Saturday.
Thank you, Kitty. Thank you. So, yes, spiritual principles and practices. The class has been around, I don't know, a few years, maybe 5 years or so. It's been redone, and it's back. The book is the best part of the class. So, spiritual principles and practices is wonderful. And the book is this thing called You. So, if you're looking to live the best possible life, well, let's say it like living the best possible life takes practice, practice, practice. And discover proven practices that bring spiritual principles into action, allowing you to manifest a desired goal or intention. Sounds like you might get some new tools if you stay for the workshop as well. The book, again, I can't say enough about this thing called You. When I have my darkest days, I go to the book called This Thing Called You, because it's just delightful, and it tells you how wonderful you are, and you're delightful, and you're amazing, and you're a manifestation of the divine. And so that's all you really need to remember so that you can get back to what you need to do, whatever that is. The other class is called The Magic of the Magic of the Soul. No, Journey of the Soul. Journey of the Soul. So that is the spiritual principles and practices is next Saturday. It's 5 weeks? 5 weeks, Cheryl, right?
Yeah.
5 weeks. It's 1:45. It begins at 9:30 a.m. next Saturday, and again, it's 5 weeks. The other class is Journey of the Soul. It's written by Reverend Patrick Harbula. If you know him, he is an amazing man who wrote a beautiful book called Magic of the Soul. And so this course offers the principles of science of mind with an emphasis on daily meditation, emotional healing, practical application, self-love, soul presence, and life direction. So you see where we're kind of going here with this, right? Because some of us maybe are feeling some kind of way about some things that might be going on. I'll leave it at that. Tuition for that class, and it's a 6-week class, is $165. It is on Tuesday afternoons from 12:30 to 3 o'clock. For those who don't like to drive at night, I kept you in mind. So please sign up, and we would love to have you attend one or both classes. All right, see you then.
All right, well, the only other thing we need to say here is for prayer support, please send your text or prayer request to 702-524-7096 and visit our website. Oh no, there is one more thing besides that. We have, at the end of this month, a wonderful health and wellness workshop and event. It's a whole thing. It's workshops, it's nutrition, it's movement and mindfulness, it's community connection, and it's Saturday, June 27th from 11 until 3, right here. There's going to be lunch on a love offering basis and a concert, a jazz concert from 2 until 3. What? So it is going to be, I'm telling you.
What? When is this?
What?
When's the jazz
Saturday.
concert?
It's Saturday, the 27th. June 27th. There's going to be all kinds of people here helping with all kinds of different things. And so mark that on your calendar, 11 o'clock to be
Patty
here.
Power's gonna be?
No.
What?
I mean, I like to get it,
Well, we
but
don't
I'm not part
know.
of it.
You're not,
It will
you're not
all be a
performing in the
surprise.
jazz concert?
Well, you
Dave,
never
you're
know
a
who's
jazzy
gonna
guy.
hop
Are you
up here,
performing
you
in the
never
jazz
know.
Do we know anybody performing?
It's a surprise.
Okay, I just wanted to say, are you finished with the announcement?
I am, if you want to say about Facebook and Instagram.
Well, of course, Facebook, Instagram, like us, subscribe to us, look at our website, all that good stuff. Anyway, the workshop today will be shortly after lunch. And the lunch, Stacy and I provided the lunch for folks that are staying for the workshop so that you don't have to run out and get something to eat. And we're just asking for a love donation for the center. That was our gift to you all. I would like to ask, who wants to go first? We have some authors here that want to tell you a little bit about their books. And they're here somewhere. Who, you want to go first? Sue? Practitioner Sue?
Oh, to tell them.
Stacy wants you to come up here. I said to bring you the mic, but she wants you to be front and center. And just visit them just as you go and talk to Reverend Sarah. No escaping.
They said I had 10 minutes, but I won't take that one.
No, we did not. Yes, we did. Oh, you did? Oh, my goodness, she told me 5.
Okay.
Okay, we'll take it now.
To introduce myself and to tell you a little bit about my book. I am Sue Fulmer. I live in St. George, Utah, just a couple hours down the road. I used to live here and taught high school here for 21 years and found CSL here, and I'm so grateful for it. I'm a religious science practitioner at CSL SG. Today I'm here with my darling daughter. Without her, I could never have made it, so I really appreciate her, Tammy. My book, More Spiritual Than Religious, A Journey into Past Lives and Metaphysical Mysteries. I lead a monthly group in my own after CSL meeting, and it's open to our whole community. And I called it, first of all, Do You Speak Woo-Woo? Do you? Do you speak woo-woo? Yeah. So if you do, you'll ride easily along with me on this journey. If not, you're in for a very exciting introduction to past lives, daily miracles, and visits with those beyond the veil. One of my chapters is I see past lives. Another chapter is I see dead people. This is a memoir of my out-of-the-ordinary spiritual life. From the book, I'm going to tell you just a little bit here. The heartbroken young widow, lying in a darkened teepee, cries for her warrior husband who didn't return from the hunt. A young wife, chattel of the entitled Egyptian chief, priest, finds real love deep in pyramid corridors. And Marin, named for Marie Antoinette, lives in Paris with her wealthy, handsome husband, Jean-Pierre. Oh, how I loved him. These are some of my past life stories. Whatever past life is, we don't really know. More people in the world believe in reincarnation than those that don't. But in our Christian-centered America, we don't know much about that. But whatever that is that happened before now, I call it past lives. Might be simultaneous lives, who knows? But it's been very interesting for me to see that and to tell some of my stories in my book. When I first started seeing past lives, I didn't know what it was. It was like a movie suddenly playing behind my eyes. I'd be ironing, and this thing was happening that I was seeing. I thought maybe as an active Mormon at the time, that maybe I was a guardian angel of this person, but it sure felt like me. This book is a product of courage after a divorce and the pain of leaving my organized religion. I was hesitant to share what was happening to me. I didn't want the judgment. I didn't want to be thought of as weird and be committed, and I didn't want to be burned at the stake again. I tell of relationships that I've had here that were formed in a past life, and how we came together again to heal the karma or resolve unfinished business. The book provides resources to learn more about things like reincarnation, karma, the Akashic records, the clairs, clairvoyance, clairaudience. It gives you books, websites, and teachers that are referenced for you to research more about it on your own. One story quickly from the book. I married a man after knowing him only 1 month. And that was crazy. I am a logical person, a teacher, like that. And so that was very out of character for me. But the attraction was so overwhelming, and we were carried away with it. Soon after he left to find out if he still loved his old girlfriend, I saw a vision that was like a movie playing in my mind. I saw that young Native American woman in the darkened teepee. Her young husband was killed, never came home. It was made known to me that I was that woman and that I brought that husband back to me in this life. I stood amazed one night in this life when I saw evidence of why that he had been killed by wolves. I won't tell you all that, though. But it's an interesting story. My strong past attention was to bring him home to me, and that's all that was needed. The energy was balanced, the intention was fulfilled. My next relationship was very loving, but had its own challenges. And when I met his brother, it opened up a past life memory of my partner, who was my husband in Egypt. He murdered me because I fell in love with someone else, who turned out to be his brother in this life. I came to realize that I am here with a purpose, to meet those I had known in another life, in another place, to resolve something that remained unfinished and make it only love. So I talk about synchronicities, clairvoyance, clairaudience, oracles. I give oracle card readings and past life readings for other people also. I tell about the significance of seeing numbers like 444, 1111, anyone? I explain how I see auras and other signs and symbols. I wrote a poem at the end of each chapter, and so glance through the books out here, maybe see some of those. I was going to read you one, but we're going to hurry. There's a thought question for the reader to journal about at the end of each chapter. Whether you know it or not, you are having your own woo-woo experiences. I renamed my workshop from Do You Speak Woo-Woo to Awaken to the Mystical. I think we need to just be aware and believe, and a whole new mystical world can open up to us. So thank you for being here today, and happy reading.
service? Oh. Oh, okay, I didn't. Okay, all right, I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Ah, you got a special, Reverend Dr. Sid.
Special attention, Dr. Sid.
We call it Dr.
Dr.
Sid.
Sid.
Yes, so could I have the practitioners and guest ministers or science or Unity teachers, if there are any of you, please surround the room. And Reverend Sarah already gave our closing prayer. Yes. They're all getting around the room. So please don't leave here with a heavy heart. Actually, you don't need to leave at all because there's a workshop. Well, you can leave at some point in time, but not immediately following the service. So at this moment, let's just do a quick chamber prayer as we just get ready for our next steps. And so it is. Amen. Okay, so for the next part of this, we need to do something else first, right?
The peace song.
The peace song. All right. So let's stand and sing our peace song.
1, 2, 3.
There is peace on earth, and now it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. When God has all our love was all our need. Now we walk with each other, perfect harmony. Yes, this begins with me. Let this be a moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment with peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and now it begins with me.
Repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening through me right now.
Something wonderful is happening through me right now.
I know this in my mind.
I know this in my mind.
I feel it in my body.
I feel it in my body.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Make it a great week. Enjoy the workshop. Enjoy the day. And so it is.
Each and every moment, I remember who I am. I show up uniquely in the world in the way that only I can. I keep my thoughts clear, I create my own day. I know that there is power in every word I say.